111 Press. And what is really cool about this place is we're in the Old Nampa Library building. It's been converted into some offices and this cute little coffee shop. I'll give you a little tour of it later, and I'm having a chai toasted marshmallow with white chocolate. It's one of their specialties and it is delicious. They do it hot and cold. I'm having hot. So if you happen to be at this end of town, stop by and say hello to the nice folks here.
Today, we're outside one of downtown Nampa's most beautiful and meaningful buildings, what many locals still lovingly call the Old Library. But this building's story began long before it ever held a single bookshelf. It was originally constructed as the Farmers and Merchants Bank. The exterior stone came from the Table Rock quarries near Boise. The national economic downturn of 1920 created instability in banks across the country. Ownership and occupancy changed hands through mergers and acquisitions. Eventually, First Security Bank operated here for decades, making this a central part of Nampa's financial life. Then, in 1965, something remarkable happened. First Security Bank donated the building to the city of Nampa so it could become a new home of the Nampa Public Library. The interior was remodeled to transform teller counters into circulation desks and vault spaces into storage, while preserving many of the building's architectural details. In 1966, the Nampa Public Library officially moved in. For nearly 50 years, this building became a place of learning, imagination, and refuge. Children discovered their first favorite books here. Families gathered for story time. In 1976, the building was added to the National Register of Historic Places, recognizing both its architectural beauty and its importance to the community.
Today's story is based on an act of public service that meant more than anyone expected. This is the story of the day the library stayed open.
Public libraries have long been more than buildings filled with books. In the United States, the first public libraries opened in the mid-1800s, built on the belief that access to information should be free and shared. By the early 2000s, libraries had become community anchors, places for job searches, homework help, internet access, and refuge during hard times. In January of 2014, during a severe winter cold snap in Denver, Colorado, temperatures dropped well below zero. Emergency shelters filled quickly. At the Denver Public Library's Central Branch, librarians noticed something troubling. Many patrons had nowhere else to go. Some were elderly, others were unhoused. Several were families with children. Library policy required the building to close at a set hour, but closing the doors would send people back into dangerous cold.
That day, library management made the decision. The library would remain open past its scheduled closing time. Staff volunteered to stay, security coordinated very quietly, and there was no press release announcing anything was going on, anything was different.
People were allowed to sit, read, rest, and warm themselves. No one was asked to explain why they were there. Local officials later confirmed that the extended hours likely prevented cold-related injuries. Similar decisions have been documented elsewhere. In 2018, during a heat wave in Phoenix, Arizona, libraries extended hours to provide cooling centers. During hurricanes, libraries in Florida and Texas have opened as information hubs. These actions are rarely dramatic. They do not come with headlines at the moment that they happen.
Library science researchers emphasize that modern libraries function as critical infrastructure, especially for vulnerable populations. The librarians who stayed late that night didn't see themselves as heroes. They saw themselves as caretakers of a public trust. The library closed later than usual, and the next day it opened at its regular scheduled time. Most people didn't even know what happened.
By 2015, the growing city of Nampa needed a larger modern library, and the public library moved to its new downtown facility. Thankfully, this historic building did not fade into memory. Instead, it was thoughtfully renovated and given new life. Today, the former library houses local businesses, including 111 Press Coffee and more, bringing fresh energy into these historic walls.
This morning, remember the quiet places that hold communities together and the people who choose to keep the doors open. Thank someone who provides a service that is often overlooked. I hope you have a good morning, friends, and a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you for the next Good Morning Story.